The Andaman and Nicobar Islands, a beautiful archipelago in the Bay of Bengal, are situated in a geologically active region. In today's program, we'll delve into the intricate dance of tectonic plates beneath the islands. Joining us in the studio is Dr. Mohan, Professor in the Department of Ocean Studies and Marine Biology, Pondichery University, off-campus, Brookshabad, Sri Vijaya, Puram.
The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are unique in natural beauty and biological and geological marvels. You are well aware that the continents are moving relative to each other. This process is called plate tectonics. The continents available worldwide are placed on a plate-like model and move apart due to their internal movement called convection currents. What is a plate tectonics? You know that the internal part of the earth is a molten liquid with a temperature around 4000 degrees centigrade. Our solid earth is floating like an ice cube floating in a bowl of water on this molten liquid. This solid mass of the earth is called a continent. Depending on the average height of each continent, the solid earth is also submerged at the same level of depth in the molten liquid. Because of these differences in the submergence, the bottom temperature also varied significantly, which in turn makes a temperature difference on the surface of the liquid and core. This temperature variation between the surface and center part of the liquid makes the movement of the liquid at the base of the particular solid mass. Similarly, the neighbor solid mass also has the same movement since both these moves in the same direction, that is, whether it moves up or it moves down. The resultant is a solid mass above the surface or moves towards the molten liquid. If the solid mass moves towards the surface, the solid mass breaks and spews the molten materials to fill the gap from the molten liquid. During the process, both the solid masses will be pushed in opposite directions, which we call the movement of the plate or continent. This part of the movement taking place is called the spreading edge of the plate. If the movement goes down to the liquid, solid mass enters the molten liquid and melts down. This part of the movement leads to the destruction of the said plate. This is what we call a subduction zone. This subduction zone goes into a deeper part of the ocean, which is observed at a maximum depth of around 11 km. The plate moves around 3 to 5 cm in a year in any one of the directions. Although the rate appears small, in the long term, it makes a lot of changes to the Earth's surface. The whole Earth has been divided into 8 significant plates. They are Eurasia, the Pacific, India, Australia, North America, South America, Africa, and the Antarctic plates. Over and above, so many small plates occur among these major plates. Why does our country's common man know about this factor? What is the necessity? In India, the plate is moving northwards. Since we are moving towards the northern part, the climatic variables may also greatly affect the lives of the common man. Further, in our country, Andaman and Nicobar Islands have a unique system that matches this problem. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are microplates in the Bay of Bengal. The eastern margin of the Andaman Sea has a spreading center and the western margin has the Andaman and Nicobar subduction zone. This is a unique system in the world where constructive and destructive margins are available within 1000 km width. This tectonic setup provides constant movement and in results continuous earthquakes in this region. The subduction zone provided a corkscrew type movement for the subduction part of the island part. So the movement towards the internal part of the earth is an prolonged slip. Similarly, the spreading area is also very slow in its progress. Because of this, a fascinating tectonic process is happening in this part of the world. Further, this also provides a seismic hazard, which is also classified as Zone 5. This means that major earthquakes may occur in this part of the land at any time. Over and above, these earthquakes may also have an impact on mainland India coastal areas, such as what happened in the year 2004 mega earthquakes and aftermath tsunami. The Andaman Sea Basin, situated in the eastern part of the island, rises approximately 2,000 meters above the ocean floor. This is like a table in a room. The rise of the Andaman Sea Basin from the Bay of Bengal Basin may offer a unique, isolated environment for aquatic life forms. So, in this environment, biota mixing with the other parts of the world oceans was minimal, providing a unique stock of life forms that may have their original characters without any significant changes. If scientists, preferably biologists, study this part of the animals and plants and record their genetic characteristics, it may be highly helpful for future science. the climatic variables will affect this part of the country, it may be able to understand how these animals and plants behave, how much they withstand the brunt of the climatic variables, and how they will be sustained in the future. Further, it may also provide an understanding of the evolution of species in the future.
We're grateful to our guest, Dr. P.M. Mohan, renowned expert in marine sciences, for sharing his knowledge and insights.